Yehovah, please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua Mashiach's name, amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Genesis chapter 29. Continuing his journey, Yaakov came to the land of the people of the east. As he looked, he saw a well in a field, and there were 3 flocks of sheep lying there next to it, because they watered the sheep from that well. The stone on the well's mouth was large, and only when all the flocks had gathered there, they would roll away the stone from opening of the well and water the sheep. Then they would put the stone back in its place on the well's opening. Yaakov said to them, "My brothers, where are you from?" They answered, "We're from Haran." He asked them, "Do you know Laban, the grandson of Nahor?" They said, "We do." He asked them, "Are things going well with him?" "Yes," they answered. "And here comes his daughter Rachel with the sheep." He said, "Look, there's still plenty of daylight left, and it isn't time to bring the animals home. So water the sheep, then go and put them out to pasture." They answered, "We can't, not until all the flocks have been gathered together, and they roll the stone away from the opening of the well. That's when we water the sheep." While he was still speaking with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep because she took care of them. When Yaakov saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, Yaakov went up, rolled the stone away from the opening of the well, and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother. Yaakov kissed Rachel and wept aloud. Yaakov told Rachel that he was his father's relative, and that he was Rivkah's son. She ran and told her father. When Laban heard the news of Yaakov, his sister's son, he ran to meet him, hugged him, and kissed him, and brought him to his house. Yaakov told Laban that all the things that had happened. Laban said to him, "You are indeed my own flesh and blood." After Yaakov stayed with him for a whole month, Laban said to him, "Why should you work for me for nothing, just because you are my relative? Tell me how much I should pay you." Now Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the older was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Leah's eyes were weak, but Rachel was good-looking, with beautiful features. Yaakov had fallen in love with Rachel and said, "I will work for 7 years in exchange for Rachel, your younger daughter." Laban answered, "Better that I give her to you than someone else. Stay with me." So Yaakov worked 7 years for Rachel, and it seemed only a few days to him because he was so much in love with her. Yaakov said to Laban, "Give me my wife since my time is finished, so I can start living with her." Laban gathered all the men of the place and gave a banquet. In the evening he took Leah his daughter and brought her to Yaakov, and he went in to sleep with her. Laban also gave his slave girl Zilpah to his daughter Leah as her slave girl. In the morning, Yaakov saw that he was with Leah, and he said to Laban, "What kind of thing is this that you've done to me? Didn't I work for you for Rachel? Why have you deceived me?" Laban answered, "In our place, this isn't how it's done, to give the younger before the firstborn. Finish the marriage week on this one. We'll give you the other one in exchange for the work you will do for me during yet another 7 years." Yaakov agreed to this, so he finished her week, and Laban gave him his daughter Rachel as his wife. Laban also gave to his daughter Rachel his slave girl Bala as her slave girl. So not only did Yaakov go and sleep with Rachel, but he also loved Rachel more than Leah. Then he served Laban another 7 years. Yehovah saw that Leah was unloved, so he made her fertile. while Rachel remained childless. Leah conceived and gave birth to a son, whom she named Reuben, see a son. For she said, "It is because Jehovah has seen how humiliated I have been. But now my husband will love me." She conceived again, gave birth to a son, and said, "It is because Jehovah has heard that I'm unloved. Therefore he has given me this son also." So she named him Shimon, hearing. Once more she conceived and had a son, and she said, "Now this time my husband will be joined to me, because I have borne him 3 sons." Therefore she named him Levi, joining. She conceived yet again, had a son, and said, "This time I will praise Jehovah." Therefore she named him Yehudah, Judah, praise. Then she stopped having children. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading Genesis 29? We can learn how to negotiate, poorly, but still in God's will. Aim to walk on the path of righteousness that Jehovah has laid out for you to walk on. Obey your parents and live a life pleasing from the perspective of Jehovah. Know when to act in the sight of the one you have your eyes and heart set on. Aim to be a woman who works hard when waiting for a husband that Jehovah will bring to you. Praise Jehovah when you know that he has answered your prayers. Act with a sense of urgency. Aim to be hospitable. Aim to be very specific when negotiating. Work hard for the one you love. Fall in love deeply with the one you aim to make your wife. Aim to be honest in how you deal with each other. Trust that Jehovah will always give you more than you ask of him. Make your requests known to Jehovah and give him glory when he answers your specific prayers. Aim to put meaning into the names of your children. Aim to be in loving unity with each other in marriage. Praise Jehovah for blessing you with children. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can encourage everyone you know to get married, be fruitful, and multiply. Bear one another's burdens, become the best matchmaker for those around you. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. End with Aaronic blessing. Jehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Jehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being towards you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Jehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete.